Hello, today we are taking a look at Endangered, a game of survival by Joe Hopkins, published by Grand Gamers Guild. As you can see here, it's for 10 and up, plays 1 to 5 players in 60 minutes. So, let's take a look at the pitch. The March of Progress threatens the survival of many animals. Endangered is a cooperative game where you must work together as conservationists trying to save a species from extinction. While dealing with complex immediate hazards threatening your species, you must also convince influential ambassadors to pass a resolution that will create a chance for long-term survival. It's a balancing act that will illustrate the complex challenges conservationists face in trying to protect our vulnerable friends. Endangered is also a modular game system. Each module tells a different species' stories, offers unique challenges, and helps players understand the dire difficulties facing these animals and the conservationists determined to help them. This box includes the tiger and sea otter modules. Subscribe to our newsletter by visiting grandgamersguild.com to learn more about upcoming modules. I know for a fact there's already 2 expansions for this. A big box one and a small one with a giant panda. So if you want more modules, you can for sure find it. I think the theme of this game is very noble, about rescue endangered animals. Who doesn't think that's a good idea? So here you have the contents, but we'll take a look at those inside. So I think that's really the only insert the game has. Well, better no insert than the pointless one, but the game seems to be well packed. Let's maybe start with the rulebook. It's a lot of components. Some bags, some scenario cards. Alright. So, let's go through the rulebook. Endangered, 1 to 5 players. The overview, we got a brief hint of that from the back. So, double-sided game board. The list of tokens, year marker, dice, ultimate markers, destruction, rules, impacts. Alright, so setup, scenario setup, player setup. 2 pages of setup. So gameplay, the icons. That would probably be better at the end of the rulebook now. So then you have the phases, action phase, offspring phase, destruction, impact, and upkeep phase. Alright. Alright. Some general rules, winning and losing. Okay, rulebook done. You have the characters. Philanthropist and zoologist, so you can be male or female, up to you. You have a few other characters. Then you have money tokens. You need money to save the species, they won't save themselves. These look like player tokens affiliated with the player color. Alright, so I won't unpunch everything, but just to give you an idea. Normal thickness, not too thick, not too thin. I guess these are the destruction markers. Alright. Then some more money tokens and 2 other characters. Environmental lawyer and lobbyist. Again, double-sided. That's cool. What else is there? Let's take a look at the scenario card. This is the sea otter. 3 ways to play. Easy, you only need 3 yeses votes in voting year to win the game. Each player starts with 1 million. Hard, players begin with no money. In a voting year, ambassadors with less than 2 influence always vote no regardless of the criteria. Okay, and then you have special setup. And here we have the tiger, which again also has 3 ways to play and a special setup. So we have the board. I wonder if it will fit in the video. Yeah, it will. Nice. So, you have the dice places, 1 to 6, 1 to 6, the year tracker, and here you already have some printed actions you can take. I took a look at some the rules for the game. As you play cards, you'll have more actions that you can do, but you always start with these 5. And on the other side, you have the seaside board, and again, some predetermined actions you can take. Right, board done. Let's move to the components. and there is a lot of them. So this is the things I unpunched already. The year marker has its own bag. Sounds a bit unnecessary. Alright. So, year marker. Looks nice. Those are nice wooden components. Then here you have the tigers. I'll grab a couple of them so that they may get offspring. Nice. It's neat that they are not just cubes. Let's go to the sea otters. Nice. Always in their laying position. Very nice, very nice. What else? You have 2 dice. One in black, one in orange. You have a bunch more dice tied to the player colors. So blue, purple, gray, brown, and is that green? Yep. So just normal dice. Nothing to complain about there. Then you have some green cubes. These are the influence markers. And on to the cards. So what do we have? Have the player abilities, I guess. Environmental lawyer. Ear to the ground. Injection enforcement. Alright, yeah, lobbyist. So 2 for each player. And let's look at the cards. So lobbyist cards. Yeah. Well, I failed at unpacking via the strappy thing, so the knife comes into action. Okay, lobbyist cards. Discard both this volunteer card and 1 active persistent impact card. A lobby, move 1 influence from any ambassador to any other up to 5 times. Nice. Action, remove 1 influence, then remove 2 destruction tiles that are adjacent to each other. Yeah, this is the sort of thing that I was talking about before. You have your 5 basic actions, but then if you play this card, you get a new action. You can do other cards, as you can see, just might act once, not this one, like continuous effect. But here you can see once each player gains 1 million. Then you have some cards for the environment lawyer. I guess each player gets their own deck. Impacts for the sea otter. Those are probably not good. Oil spill. Sea otters depend on fur for insulation. Oil mats sea otter fur, causing them to die from hypothermia. Not good. Immediately discard any other oil spill card that are already in play in the destruction phase each turn. Roll for 3 pollution tiles instead of 2. There's a lot of oil spills. Oil slick. Alright. So then you have the ambassador cards. So each representing a different country, and they are requirement for the vote, if I recall correctly. Then let's take a look at the second deck of cards. So what do we have? Impacts for the tigers, for the tiger scenario. Clear cutting. Removing vast swaths of trees at once is the most profitable logging type, but wipes out the whole ecosystems. When a tiger sighting card enters play, roll for 1 more deforestation. Okay. So some of the dangers the tigers face. Save the tiger fund. Awareness of charismatic and megafauna like tigers helps raise money for entire ecosystems. Any one player may pay 3 million to discard 1 active persistent impact. Alright, so apparently the cards can also be good. Then you have player references with the phases 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, year end, and when does the group lose. Hopefully never, so that the animals can survive. Zoologists, so these are more player cards. This is not really a player role, is it? The TV wildlife host? Ah, it is. Sorry. Here we go. That's also a role, so each one has their own deck, and the rest of the lobbyist cards. Okay, let's see how it would pack. So, here we go. You have a bunch of cards. Since there is no insert, this certainly would have to go into one of these baggies that come with the game. At least that's a good thing. I think I already lost where to put that card, but I'll figure it out later. Well, that was an easy puzzle. Okay, I'll put it like they were. So first the rulebook, then the player mat, then this thing. I don't think this is really needed. You can probably do it without it. I would have unpunched these boards that we took a look before. Probably put some of them in the bag, like that. Then you have the dice, which you would put. You have more dice, the ones I showed you before. In retrospect, it's probably a good thing that they came with the bags, because with this insert solution, the components would just be bouncing around. This was actually the bag for the ear tracker, but I suppose you can put the player abilities there. That's good. And then you can lump this with something else. You don't need a bag for one token, right? Then the sea otters, I will pretend that I packed them neatly, the ones I showed you before. Put them there. You have the rolls. Right now, I'm gonna pretend I unbox or unpunched all these tokens, and also these other tokens with the money and the player symbols. Put them into the bag, put them back in the box. We have those two scenario cards. I would put them underneath. And finally, the cards somewhere. All right. So if you shake the box, the things will move around, so it's good that there is bags for the components. I think once you get, or if you get, a pair of expansions, it will be way fuller. Otherwise, probably an ice insert will be best, because otherwise you need to remove many bags. Right? Love the theme of this game, saving animals. It's a very noble cause, and in this game you are cooperating to do that. It's sometimes strange when games make you compete to save the world or animals, like we all want to do it. So I look forward to trying it. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.